Well, a good Tuesday to you. It is not a good day in Mudville. A miserable stretch of baseball for the Mariners continued last night as the same theme reared its ugly head in a 3-1 loss to the Angels. See if this sounds familiar. Seattle's starting pitching was quality again last night, holding the opposition scoreless for 7 innings. Mariner offense managed just 1 run on 4 hits, 14 strikeouts. Mariner bullpen couldn't hold the lead late. This was all prevalent last night as Los Angeles beat Seattle by a final of 3-1.
Even at the bag at third is Rendon. Oh, that hit him and that hurt. Goodness gracious. That sounded bad. That's the last thing they need. Hopefully Julio will be back sooner rather than later. Now you get great defender and JP get hit on the wrist.
On this pitch going inside, he wanted that down and away.
Kept running in on him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Man. And it looks like he's going to go to first.
Hands are kind of important in this game.
I would say so. It's his right hand, so we'll see if he can throw it when he gets back out at shortstop.
Gave up a home run to Ohtani. Straight away center field. Sink, ball sink. It does. JP being waved around, he'll score. Robles stops at second. Cal Raleigh ringing the bell early on. It's 1-0 Mariners. His 62nd run batted in.
And he hits a fly ball, left center field. It's hit pretty well. Robles is back out for it near the warning track. He makes the catch. Tagging from third and scoring is Adele. Rendon advances to third. The game is tied. Taylor Ward with a long sac fly, and it's 1-1.
Boy, a little bit earlier in the day, that ball might have had a shot at getting out.
He has Drury at second base, the go-ahead run. Neto is at first. And Adele lines one up the middle. That's a base hit. It's into center field. Drury's on his way home. Robles double clutches. Throw to the plate, not in time. Drury scores. Now the ball gets away. Here comes Neto. He scores. Adele goes to third. Another big hit for Joe Adele against the Mariners. And the Halos have the lead.
That was a rocket. Up the middle, 112 off the bat.
Well, the Mariners won the first 4 games these two teams played this season, including those 3 here at T-Mobile Park. The Angels trying to win the 4 right back. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Say goodnight to the Mariners. Carlos Estevez with Kamehameha after a 1-2-3 inning. And these Mariner fans aren't happy right now as the Angels steal one in Seattle.
Well, Joe Adele and the Angels are, I know that. What a job by Joe Adele. 112 off the bat. The game-winning hit.
Manager Scott Servais finally showed his frustration in his post-game interview, saying this was another example of Seattle just giving one away.
Another way to put it, that was brutal. Brutal ending that ball game. I don't want to lose sight of what Bryce Miller did. He pitched a heck of a game for us to give us a chance in the ball game, as good as he's been really at any point all year. So I tip my hat to him and the effort he gave us to keep them off the scoreboard. Obviously, we got a little something going early, and that was it. So, and then we gifted them the game there at the end, walking some guys, and then they finally got a big hit. So update on JP. JP has in his right pinky where he got hit in that first at bat. There's a little hairline fracture there. We'll know more, once a specialist looks at it and go from there. So, again, no way to sugarcoat it. Just handed them a ball game tonight, and in a situation we're in, every game is really important. So disappointed. Our guys usually make plays at the end of the game, throw strikes. We didn't do that tonight, and obviously it cost us the game.
You've shown a lot of patience with what you've seen. Why tonight?
Because I'm tired of watching it. Stand up for our guys. Believe in them. Some nights, that's not Major League Baseball. We handed them a game. It all depends where we want to be 60 days or 60 games from now. You want to be playing playoff baseball, you want to be driving home. 60 games. Talk about being a marathon. It's getting to be close to a sprint. Not quite there yet. We're getting close. So 60 games. You got to show up and compete. Go ready to take it every night. And if you don't, this league doesn't care. They'll just walk on by you. That's where we're at. So, everybody has to step up. That's where we're at. And I thought, yesterday's game, we competed very well. We got after it. didn't show up, didn't happen tonight. And that's inexcusable and just gifted the game away.
As a team, the Mariners have struck out a league-leading 1,052 times this season. That's nearly 100 more than the next worst team at striking out, the Oakland A's. Two teams play again tonight at 6:40 on Brute Sports Northwest. Well, Oakland helped the Mariners last night by shutting out the Astros 4-0. That keeps Seattle and Houston in a virtual tie for first place in American League West. Texas closed the gap to 4 games with a 4-3 10-inning win against the White Sox. The AppleSox are back in action tonight in West Coast League play. The Kamloops Northpaws come to town for a 6:35 game. Two teams played north of the border about a month ago. Wenatchee sweeping all 3 games, outscoring the Northpaws 30-8 in those 3 games. Quincy Vassar will get the start for Wenatchee tonight against Kamloops Sawyer Jensen. NCWLIFE will broadcast tonight's game live with a pregame starting at 6:30. There were 2 games in the West Coast League last night. Victoria stopped Port Angeles 7-1. Edmonton edged Nanaimo 5-4. With the Lefties and Night Owls both losing last night, Wenatchee's lead in the WCL North is a game and a half coming into tonight. Bellingham remains 2 games back, while Kelowna and Edmonton are 2.5 games back. Kamloops comes into town with a 5-8 record in the second half. They're 12-27 overall on the season. Well, a Wenatchee great-grandma continues to be an inspiration to the world of health and fitness. We're talking about Maggie Rivera. She grew up in Quincy and now lives in Wenatchee. She recently won a bodybuilding competition in New Jersey at the age of 62.
I have been into fitness for all my life. I played high school sports, and then I just continued running and going to the gym. And then about my 50th birthday, I wanted to do something different. I was working out with a friend that actually already did a bodybuilding show, and she's like, hey, I've done that. So we got with Chance Harris, who was my trainer at the time, and well, he still is. And I told him this is something I wanted to do, and he's like, let's do it.
She competed for the first time 13 years ago and continues to make improvements. One bump in the road came in her 40s as she encountered what many middle-aged women go through, menopause.
When I was 40, I think it's when I started having the hormone issues. And Chance was my trainer at that time, and I would tell him and whine to him, I'm getting fat, I'm getting fat. You know, like, relax, you'll get through it. It's just that everybody goes through it. And I'm like, I don't know. And then when I started bodybuilding, I went with Susan Matheson Graham, and she gave me a book on hormones that I read through, and I was like, oh, okay, so, you know. And then the next year when I signed on with Susan again, she told me that this is what I want you to do. I want you to go get your hormones checked, your testosterone levels, and your thyroid. You need to have those checked. Other words, we're going to spin our wheels. And so I went to Ready Medi with Carl Lambert, and we did all that. And sure enough, my testosterone levels were low. My thyroid was slightly off, and my hormones were off. So we took care of all that with some hormone medication, the thyroid medication, and some testosterone. I felt great.
Rivera highly encourages women to get on top of their hormones and get into some sort of physical fitness routine because the benefits are manyfold. Her next competition will most likely be in September. How about Maggie? That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.